specialize and cover gaming as well. So this is why it's relevant news to us as well. I mean, we're thinking that GameStop, a lot of people were speculating that GameStop is going to be out of business, guys, because a lot of console owners are not even using discs anymore. They're not going to the store. They're going online. They're going to the PlayStation Store, Nintendo Store, Xbox Live, and they're purchasing their games online. They're not really going to the store, right? But recent news, right? So Robinhood had added new limits to its app to restrict users from buying or trading any of the popular Reddit or Wall Street bet stocks, including GameStop, which is abbreviated GME, AMC stock for movies, right? And BlackBerry, right? Abbreviated BB. Bed Bath and Beyond, Nokia, and more. Users will still be allowed to close out existing positions, but won't be able to buy more of the stocks, right? And so this was news coming from yesterday, right? And there's also, it's not just this article, but other ones as well, where Robinhood really had to, adjust for the actual traders, for the retail traders that are trading on their platform, which is definitely something that needs to happen because if you're an actual, trader, it doesn't matter if you're a hedge fund trader or a retail trader, you have a certain type of skill that you bring to the marketplace. And now it looks like, institutions are trying to delist or say no, but, in actual reality, that just can't be the case, right? They have to have specific rules in line, specific timelines. Nobody knew the stocks were going to go up this fast, but the company is citing recent volatility in the market as reasoning behind the change. Now they keep saying, and honestly, personally, I do use Robinhood, and I've seen messages I've seen messages where it said, due to recent volatility, some stocks would be closed, some positions, and it's kind of ridiculous like they're doing this, you know what I mean? Lots of traders, you're just trading in the markets. It's totally legal. Government encourages it, and now they're actually trying to, Robinhood, the institution, is trying to not allow that to happen, right? But fortunately, there are laws in place. They have to give investors timelines in order to delist certain types of stocks. For example, our company is also into cryptocurrency. And I remember there was one time, not too long ago, actually, XRP, Ripple, really just got delisted from Coinbase and other exchanges as well, too. But the thing about that was, and many people who are actually trading Ripple, they made lots and lots of money, and we actually were trading Ripple at some point as well too, full disclosure. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, uh, these guys, the actual exchanges, like Coinbase, Binance, other ones as well, other trading platforms, they actually let people know ahead of time, hey, you know, um, we're, XRP will be non-existent in our platforms anymore. We're giving you about like a week to 2 weeks before this happens. So they let us be prepared. Now, with this situation with GameStop and AMC and BlackBerry and other ones, this was very quick. This was very abrupt. Um, yes, there was a surge in price. Lots of people made money. There's just lots of money in the systems, right? In the markets, especially with these types of stocks and these companies, right? But now, since they didn't give users too much time, right? Now I guess they're trying to delist them, but most importantly is that most people were able to close out their positions, their existing positions, which is definitely something that is a good thing. It would have been even more devastating if Robinhood or any other brokerages or trading platforms, you know, ended those positions while people were actually trading out of nowhere, right? That would have been totally uncalled for, but they allow people to close their positions, which is really good, right? So you got Apple, which is another big news. Apple's next iOS beta will begin forcing developers to ask for permission to track you, right? So Apple's new privacy feature requiring developers ask for permission to track iOS users for ad targeting is at last going live in the iOS 14 beta, with a planned full release sometime with spring for non-beta users, the company tells The Verge, right? So the announcement coincides with Data Privacy Day, as well as speech on privacy from Apple CEO Tim Cook later today at Computers Privacy and Data Protection Conference in Brussels, right? Apple initially planned for the feature to go live with the launch of iOS 14 last fall, but it delayed its implementation to 2021 in September of last year to give developers more time to comply. Today's announcement narrows the launch window to spring, right? But Apple is not commenting further on when exactly we might see it go live for everyone, right? So, this is important, so it's forcing developers to ask for permission to track you, right? So anything regarding that definitely needs to be addressed. And consumers and producers who develop on iOS or who use iOS need to be informed about this, which is very important. Another important news, Peacock, right? So Peacock hit 33 million signups before the office even arrived. And this is very interesting information, guys, because I honestly thought Peacock was a just a random streaming service that came out of nowhere. I thought that they've been in business for longer and just were just starting to catch the wave of being noticed. And we're actually implementing moves such as making a contract with the office, or actually letting people stream The Office on their platform. But apparently, NBC's Universal's Peacock streaming service hit 33 million signups in the fourth quarter. Parent company Comcast reported Thursday an addition of 11 million signups from the third quarter, while the company's overall revenues beat Wall Street's expectations. Comcast continued to see the impact of coronavirus pandemic on its filmed entertainment and theme park divisions. It's still early to tell whether having The Office on Peacock will deliver a surge of new subscribers, since it's only become exclusive as of January 1st. Peacock launched in July and is already on par with others. Newer streamers like HBO Max, which had almost 40 million subscribers as of the most recent quarter, had launched around the same time as Peacock. Disney Plus, which is about a year old now, has 86 million subscribers since Peacock has a free tier. However, there's no way to tell how many of the 33 million signups are paying subscribers or will be converted to paid subscribers, right? So, all in all, guys, well, number one, I had no idea that Comcast owned Peacock. So, Peacock is under the umbrella of Comcast. So that means Comcast, and this is a very good move by Comcast, guys. If you really think about the grand scheme of thing, guys, um, if you really think about the grand scheme of thing, Comcast, they've been in competition with a lot of these streaming services like Disney Plus, like maybe HBO Max as well. Services from Verizon, Netflix, Hulu, um, you know, ESPN Plus. All these streaming services, guys, so they're in competition. So but they made the move of implementing Peacock, and the move that they did was taking The Office away from Netflix or however that went. Now they have The Office on their platform. Many people that use Netflix, that watch Netflix, also do watch The Office. So now making that move, being able to do that is definitely a smart move by Peacock, aka parent company Comcast. So this is amazing. So hopefully they'll be making more moves, much more impulsive, better moves in the future with their streaming service. But this is something that I definitely didn't know. Hopefully, this is probably something that you didn't even know either. So it's definitely good to know, certain things like this. So now also Telegram can now import your WhatsApp chat history on iOS. So Telegram has added the ability to import your chat history from WhatsApp, meaning you won't lose past conversations if you want to switch messaging services. On iOS, the feature arrived with version 7.4, released yesterday, spotted by 9 to 5 Mac. But the update doesn't appear to be live yet on Android. Alongside WhatsApp, chat histories from Line and Kako Talk, for you guys that know, can also be imported according to Telegram's changelog. We verified that you can import chats from WhatsApp into the latest version, 7.4.1 of Telegram, and continue the conversation as long as each WhatsApp user has a Telegram account. Okay, so that's pretty important, right? So Telegram can now import your WhatsApp chat in on iOS, right? So if you guys are using iOS, maybe if you guys are using Android, maybe you guys were able to do that easier on Android. But now with iOS, with iPhone, with these new features, you'll be able to do the same thing. This also, guys, right? So Tesla. This is amazing design. Tesla just announced the first major redesign of Model S since it's launched the electric sedan in 2012. This new version, which starts shipping on March, has a refreshed exterior, simplified interior, and the option for more powerful powertrain that lets the car travel at least 520 miles, goes from 0 to 60 per hour in under 2 seconds, guys. That's crazy. That time right there, 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, is pretty much the same time that their actual new car that they were supposed to launch this year, the Tesla Roadster, which is a monster, was, that's the same time that it actually hits, a little bit under that as well. So that speed is achieved in part thanks to a very small drag coefficient, one that puts in on or par, maybe ahead of electric cars like the Lucid Air or the Porsche Taycan Turbo, guys. If you've seen both of those cars, guys, both of those cars are very nice cars, very fast electric cars, but they're not as fast as the Tesla, right? So Tesla claims that all told, the new Model S, which the updated powertrain is the fastest accelerating production car ever made. Okay. We also we also have Garmin here. So Garmin, guys, if you guys that don't know Garmin, it's a smartwatch company as well. Um, you know, so it has released a new smartwatch called Lily. So now this is for pretty much a smartwatch for a woman, which is great, right? So its main selling point is that Garmin claims it's designed by a woman for a woman. The sports edition, which is made of aluminum and a silicone band, costs $200, right? So 199, while the stainless steel classic edition is $250 and comes with a leather band. Garmin claims it's the smartwatch for women that women actually have been waiting for, which seems based on its size and design, which is very fashion forward. However, as reviewer Lily Katz from Android Authority points out in her review of the Lily, the watch may have given up a few important features to achieve this look. So this is so it looks, even you can even see in the pictures, guys, it looks very much like a woman's watch too. It's a very nice, sleek design. Uh, Definitely not too big, not too clunky. Very nice, very fitted, and it's definitely looking nice here, as you can see in the photos here. It's looking really nice. And so this would obviously go good with, any jewelry that you may be wearing, such as like, a necklace or anything like that, or rings. So that's good there too. Right. And it also comes, we can also watch the small little clip of video as well. You can see the designs here too. So let's see what this actually looks like for a little bit. So that was the Lily watch, guys. As you can see, very nice features. So you know, if you guys end up getting it, you guys like it, you guys want to know, let us know how it is. Leave a comment in the comment section below. We ourselves also have been selling the Garmin smartwatch, not the Lily version, but other ones as well. So you can check that out on our website, electroniceditions.net, for more information as well. Let's see. Lastly, guys, we also have the Samsung Galaxy S21. Um, it's a mid-range phone, so some of you guys may have heard it. Android fans out there, with the flagship name. Rather than offer essentially the same top-tier phone at different sizes, Samsung has chosen uh, to get aggressive on price per year. The Galaxy S21 starts at $800 for the smaller version with the 6.2-inch screen, and the 1,000-inch for the Plus version with the 6.7-inch display. Though in both cases, the smart move is to spend an extra $50 for the models of 250 gigabytes of storage, right? So the Galaxy S21 review, it's nice for the price, right? So this is definitely different than the S20. The S20, I think, came out not too long ago as well. So you guys would be able to see, how that is much different than the S21, guys. Okay. Um, we also have, guys, it's also been a year since Microsoft, after pledging to remove all of its historic and future planet heating emissions within a few decades, Microsoft says it has already slashed its carbon footprint by 6%. It's an incremental change that it's in line with the needed globally to address the climate crisis. Okay. But there is a whole lot of work left for Microsoft to do. So many of you guys may have heard this Microsoft mission statement probably last year, um, and so it's, Microsoft is still working on this mission, which is very good, right? And I know that, Microsoft, I mean, they they're very intuitive, very advanced. They're always doing the best research and development. So, that definitely does not surprise me one bit. All right. So, um, so another important piece of news as well, too, guys, if you guys look on our page on Facebook as well, um, Apple fans can expect new things in 2021, according to Apple CEO Tim Cook, who teased upcoming announcements during the company's Q1 2021 earning report. We've got new things that we aren't going to talk about that we think will contribute to the company, Cook said in response to a question in the earnings call Q&A segment. We see lots of opportunity. In his usual way, he avoided specifics, leaving a lot of speculation, right? So there will be new lines of, hopefully there will be new lines of products coming to Apple in this next year, right? So personally, I think that's, I believe it. Tim Cook is obviously not going to tell us everything, all the products that are going to be rolled out in the public, right? Obviously, you're not going to tell people what everything you're going to be up to, right? So people just need to relax, calm down, wait until Apple and Tim Cook does their thing, and just wait, guys. But definitely know that 2021 for Apple will not be boring, and we will see different things, right? And speaking of Apple, the Apple's AirPod Pro 2 could be announced sooner than we thought, according to a new report by the Digitimes, right? So, as you can see, this is pretty much right here. You can check on our Instagram. We'll leave our Instagram link in the description as well, so you guys can check out. But this is pretty much what it here, right? As you can see, this photo, it's a very this is what it would probably look like right here on this lovely looking man over here. So, it's still the Apple AirPod Pros, as you can see, they're very short. They're very, they're kind of cut, but these Apple AirPod 2s, they definitely are going to have some new features, just like any other AirPods, right? So let's see what they have. Let's see what they bring out. All right, so the PS5 and Xbox Series drought, uh, X stock drought looks set to continue until mid 2021, as AMD warned exceptional demand driven by the pandemic will continue to affect its ability to produce Xbox Series X and PS5 chips. Right, so and I think we talked about this on the last episode where we even went into detail. Um, we explained that Microsoft is having trouble to produce lots of Xboxes. So now that, you know, this is coming out, the AMD chips are also kind of low on stock, and they're still looking to produce more, right? This is kind of crazy. So there might be lots of places where the PS5 and Xbox Series X are still sold out, right? But honestly, guys, if you still have your PS4 or your original Xbox One, or even a Nintendo Switch, I feel like those are good enough systems. You have still a good TV, they have good graphics. It's great. Those systems are still working very, very well. Um, the PlayStation 4 is amazing in my eyes. Personally, I know I still have one, and works great. You're able to play, the same games. Maybe the graphics may not look as detailed or as hyped, but the graphics still look very good. Okay, it's not like we're playing a PS1 or PS2 or PS3. We're still PS4 is still really good, and Xbox One, the original, is still really well too. Works really well. Um, so some of you guys may have seen this new movie trailer, Godzilla versus Kong, changing how we treat cinematic universes, right? So Godzilla versus Kong will be a colossal showdown between two monsters, yet it's another more important collision in that same movie that should have everyone talking. Not only is the Warner Brothers crossover an old school blockbuster in the best possible way, it's likely to change how we see cinematic universes. Let's face it, cinematic universes are a dime a dozen now. When the likes of Scooby Doo and Hasbro's collections of characters are being given the Marvel treatment, it's probably time to take a step back and reflect. But the industry is rife with taking one idea and running with it. Now, the in vogue idea is undeniably the creation of sandbox where multifaceted series of films have the potential to cross over. Sadly, big budget films aren't usually being greenlit without a larger story waiting to be told. And even Godzilla versus Kong is a part of an unheralded monster verse. So this should really be kind of a really crazy movie. Let me see if we can play the trailer now. You guys that haven't seen this, maybe there are some pictures in this article too. This looks, just sick, guys. This looks awesome. So, this just looks really cool. This may even, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it even sells out, right? In the first, few days or the first few weeks that it comes out, right? Let's play it with sound here.
Only chance. We have to take it. We need Kong. The world needs him to stop what's coming. And this child, she's the only one he'll communicate with.
I knew that they had a bond. She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to protect her. And I think that in some way, Kong did the same. It's Godzilla.
These are dangerous times.
Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people and we don't know why.
There's something provoking him that we're not seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
The myths are real. There was a war. And they're the last ones standing.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gonna stop me. Here we go.
Kong bows to no one.
Here we go.
Jeez, guys. As you can see, guys, that obviously looks very, very just amazing. That looks very cool. I can't wait till it comes out and to see it. But you got King Kong versus Godzilla. That is an interesting match. Even if it that came out into a video game, that would be crazy. So two monsters going at it. That is just breathtaking right there. So I know they're gonna make a very good movie out of this for sure. And lastly, guys, how to fix a jumpy or an inaccurate touchpad. It doesn't matter how powerful your laptop is the touchpad uh, is the touchpad can make or break your experience. The touchpad can make or break your experience, right? So after all, it's your main point of interaction with the computer. So if your cursor is slow, imprecise, or jumping all over the place, you're going to have a really bad time. If you're tired of dealing with a cursor that won't work properly, there are a few solutions that may help, right? So let's just break down a few solutions real quick that could probably help you. Maybe right now you're watching this video and your touch keypad, your touchpad on your Mac is not working so well. So what can really help you out, right? So clean the touchpad, most importantly. It's gross to think about it, but there are a lot of dirt, grime, and skin oils that can build up on your laptop over time. And this is very true. If it's been a while since you've gotten it once over, grab a soft cloth, moisten it with a bit of water, alcohol if necessary, and give the touchpad a good cleaning. If it can more accurately detect your fingers dragging along the surface, it may respond better. And hey, clean those dirty keyboards while you're at it, if anything, as well. So most importantly, clean the touchpad. Second is adjusting your settings. So not all touchpads are created equal, but there are a good chance that your laptop drivers will let you adjust few settings, allowing you to customize how your touchpad responds to your movements. Head to settings, devices, and touchpads, and change the touchpad sensitivity. In addition, you might want to turn off the tap to click features on the lower right corner feature that comes enabled by default. Multi-touch gestures could also be causing you grief, so turn those off if you keep finding invoking if you keep using them accidentally. Head to settings, devices, mouse, additional mouse options, and you can also retry enabling or disabling enhanced pointer precision. Many modern laptops use touchpads designed with Microsoft drivers in mind, but older models might still use drivers from manufacturers like Elan or Synaptics. If your laptop falls into this category, you may have other settings hidden in Windows that offer more control. Head to the same additional mouse options window mentioned above and look for an extra tab with touchpad settings. Often you'll find more options hidden there. If that tab is missing, but you know you have Synaptics touchpad, you may be able to bring it back by rolling back the driver or using a registry tweak. Note that we haven't tested ourselves. Right. So for Mac users, right, if you're using a Mac, go to System Preferences, click Trackpad to view settings that control point and click Scroll Zoom and gesture controls. Under point and click, you can adjust the tracking speed, the controls for performing a secondary click, and change the tap to click settings, which can cause a lot of accidental clicks if it's on, right? So if you're using a Mac, guys, follow those directions. You go in the system settings,